Thank you. Thank you, you too. Bye. Okay, if you're gonna go tour any of the national parks in the U.S., 2 pieces of advice.
Utah, give me 2.
Don't go on the super busy weekends, especially on a Sunday. It is just crazy busy here. And the other thing, if you're gonna take a long motorcycle weekend trip, don't do any major maintenance on your motorcycle the day before the trip. That should be common sense, but obviously it didn't work on me. So I decided to do a valve job on the bike and do a bunch of maintenance, well, 2 days before the trip. But I didn't get a chance to start up the bike and test it until the day before my trip. At which point, after doing the valve job, I started up the motorcycle and the thing just started smoking. And the problem was, you're not supposed to use any silicone on the valve gasket. You're just supposed to put the gasket on, put the cover on. But anyone who's done any maintenance on this bike and has tried to put that gasket on knows it's a huge pain in the ass to get the gasket to stay in place as you put it on. And so, you know, people recommend using a little bit of the silicone adhesive just to keep it to stick. Well, I guess I used way too much. And as soon as I started the bike up, it just started smoking. Now, you expect a little bit to burn off, maybe smoke up a little bit, but this was pretty bad. And actually, after a few minutes of the bike running, the bike would start kind of like hesitating. So I think there was enough silicone there that was causing the gasket to leak. So there I am, 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, in the garage before my trip, completely redoing the valve job, taking it off. I had to clean all that silicone off, and it was pretty bad. It was caked up, and I think it was leaking into the engine. So then I had to just redo the whole thing, scrape all the silicone off, clean it really good. And I had to actually reuse my old gasket because the new one that I put in was just ruined. But fortunately, all good. I got it done. And so I decided to do a long weekend, 5 days, 4 nights, here to Zion National Park in Utah. I'm actually cutting through Zion now. I'm going to head up to Bryce Canyon. But I got here a few days ago. The first 2 nights I camped, just kind of one of those RV camping spaces. I just brought a tent, set up my tent. Was there 2 nights, and then last night I was in a motel right down the street, the Zion Park Motel, which is nice because it's just right outside the entrance to Zion Park here, which is absolutely beautiful. But I expect we're going to be hitting a lot more traffic because we kind of go up this road up here, we wind up, and then there's a tunnel over there. And so to get through the tunnel, this time of year, they let the buses and large RVs through the tunnel, so you can only do one-way traffic. So they have to stop all the traffic, let one way go, then stop the other side and let the other way go. So it tends to back up traffic. But that's only during certain times of the year. I think in another week or so, they're going to stop letting RVs, stop letting the shuttle buses through, and it'll just be two-way traffic again. So I'm cutting through Zion National Park again, and then, like I said, I'm going to head up to Bryce Canyon. With the traffic, it's a little under 2 hours from here to get to Bryce Canyon. So I'll just do a little exploring there before heading back down to the motel tonight. Yeah, but these are some beautiful roads to ride. It's a really good, quick, and easy hike you can take. It brings you right up to the top right there. I don't know if we can actually see people up at the very top, kind of in that little top of that little valley, that little ridge there. But once we go through the tunnel, we're right on the other side. There's a place where people park, and it's a short hike. I think the total hike out and back is only like a half mile or a mile, something like that. And it's a pretty easy hike. But I lost my gloves. I have no idea what happened to them. I'm thinking I might have taken my gloves off and stuck it in my helmet, and then picked up my helmet and they fell out. I'm guessing that's what happened, because that's what I usually do. Whoa, these little tar snakes, I just slipped on one. Yeah, look at this. We're already hitting the line for the tunnel. The tunnel's a little ways up. We're not too far from it, but oh, traffic's coming from the other way, so that's good. We just got the traffic coming from the other direction, so as soon as that clears out, we should be able to make it through. So I've been working on my own camera mount designs. So I've changed the camera mount on my helmet. I'll have to show it later, but it makes it nice and easy. So I have the same mount for this, for here. So for this, to unmount this camera, it just slides up like that to mount it. Slides in place, makes it nice and easy, and it's the same on this thing here. And also it's pretty good because there's no sticky tape. So when I don't want a camera mount on my helmet, I can just take the whole thing off. It just slides off nice and easy. I've been kind of working on the design and 3D printing them, but so far I'm loving it. They're working out well. I made this mounting bracket for this, and I just stuck it in there with sticky tape for now. Oh. We can go through. Just because I'm testing the design, and I think I like it, so I'm going to come up with a more permanent solution, tweak the design just a little bit, but it should be pretty good. But the design for my helmet is actually, it's just really good because I can swap out cameras really quick. I can just take it off, put it on. I have my microphone plugged into the camera right now, otherwise I would show. But here is the old tunnel. I think they built this way back, I guess in the 1930s. Alright, some people are going super slow here, but you can kind of see. Unfortunately, there's no place to pull over and stop, because it's kind of cool to look out. But then right here, as you exit this east side of the tunnel, there's a tiny little parking lot over there on the right, but just right here on the left, just right there, where those stairs are, that's the start of the trail that takes you up, and you get a good overlook of the valley. Really nice. It's a great hike, and short, but there's just a lot of just interesting parts to the hike, and little walkways and a little cave. And if you're scared of heights, it might make it a little extra challenging, because there's they have railings out, but you are walking along the edge of some cliffs. But I was showing before we went into the tunnel, I'm still working on this kind of faceplate. So it's a mounting bracket, and then I can put different faceplates on it. There's two screws right there. And so I have this one right here that I designed with these two Insta360 mini remotes. And so I can press the button and control the cameras. I have an Insta360, not sure if you can see it, mounted on the side that I can extend if I want to. And then this one here should control the camera on my helmet. Right now I'm just pressing the start and stop button. But one of the benefits of having the button there is sometimes you can't tell if you're recording or not. So having the little indicator button would tell you if it's recording. Yeah. This ride, it's a beautiful ride, but today it is just way too busy to really enjoy the ride itself. But you can enjoy the scenery. There's a lot of places you can start, a lot of places you can stop off and check the views. Holy. short hike this weekend. I pulled my Achilles about a month ago on a different hiking trip, and it is still really sore. And so after just a short distance, it just starts to really ache, and I just don't want to do any more damage. I want it to heal up. But about a month ago, myself and a group of friends, there's 10 of us, we went and hiked Havasu Falls in the Grand Canyon, which is really nice. It's the one where they just have these beautiful aqua blue waterfalls, and you camp right alongside the river. It was a really good time. Absolutely magical place. So yeah, somewhere along that trip on one of the hikes we did, I think on like the second day, I just pulled my Achilles and it was just really sore. So I used that as my excuse. Rather than hike out from the waterfalls, I took the helicopter. Actually, that was just an excuse because I would have ended up doing that anyways. My lazy ass did not want to do the hike out. Everybody else in my group hiked out. I paid the few bucks to, well, more than a few bucks, to take the quick and easy helicopter ride back to the parking lot to my car. But I always say, hey, that's just part of the experience. I've actually done the Havasu Falls trip. That was my third time, and I've never actually hiked out. I've always taken the helicopter, which if you go on any of the Facebook groups, you'll get a lot of gatekeeping of people saying if you can't hike in and you can't hike out and carry all your gear, you don't deserve to go. Which I say, hey, let people enjoy things that they want to enjoy.
So now we're outside of the park. I decide we just get some wide open areas.
Home of the homemade apple pies. That's right. I didn't say homemade. I said homemade. I stopped there the other day, had their strawberry rhubarb pie. I'm thinking on the way back, they also have a hot apple pie with ice cream. I think that might be nice. Cup of coffee, hot apple pie.
With big curves. Yeah, so I think I got a whole work. It says flashing red, so it means it's running that camera. So it's flashing red, so it's running this camera. And then this camera here, I can just control the button there. So it's running. If I hit this,
Camera off and on, and this one should control back 360. So that should have turned it off. Hitting it again should have turned it on. That way it makes it easier so you're not like reaching around trying to do buttons. Like I said, with the indicating lights, I can see which ones are actually recording and they're not. Because sometimes that can be a pain. Is, you know, this helmet camera even, I can't always see if I've hit the button, if I actually pressed it and it started recording. So sometimes you press it and you're actually turning it off, and the opposite. Where you go back and you're like, how come I didn't get that video? And you realize you press pressed the button, but it wasn't recording. So this helps to be able to see. I'm not sure if you can see in this light, but so I just have to work on a permanent. You know, like I said, I stuck this on with sticky tape just to test it. And I had to do a couple little small tweaks in the design and then find a way to permanently mount the bracket. So this is one of the famous, two of these on the entry into the Bryce Canyon area. This one. Get this little cutout here. It's pretty cool. Woohoo! Nice, not a bad view. So there's a road that runs like along the canyon, so we'll probably follow that road and a bunch of viewpoints along the way you can stop at and find us some hoodoos. Rainbow Point. I'd like to get one of those. Put the motorcycle on the back, do trips to different places, and then do motorcycle rides around the area. But hey, I can't complain about the Mr. Clean. He's been treating me pretty good. For a second there, I thought that said no pets on bicycles.
Those trees, maybe that'll go away and these it'll poke up.
It's a great ride, but now I'm looking for some homemade apple pie. That's what I can go for right now. Well, I got my homemade apple pie. So for my review, I have to say that the hoes don't make it like Mama does. The other day I had the strawberry rhubarb. this is that's the entrance there. And then the motel I stay at is just a mile down the road, which is perfect. So I always stay there, and they're actually pretty affordable. I mean, it's a motel, it's very basic. And the thing is, when you're riding a motorcycle, I prefer motels because you can park right outside the zone. And I recently just bought this camera. This is the first trip I've used it. It was pretty cheap. It's a 4G camera. You can just use it for a security camera. So I was using it for my campsite. I would just set up a camera pointing at my tent, so that way when I left my tent for the day, I had a security camera pointing at the tent, and it sends you notifications if there's any movement or anything like that. So just kind of security, because doing the motorcycle trips, I set up my tent, but then I put all my stuff in the tent, leave it there, and then go out riding for the day. So it is a little bit concerning sometimes, just leaving all your stuff in a tent. But also for the motel, I could take it and set it right in the window and kind of watch the motorcycle, make sure no one messes with the bike. The motel I usually stay at when I come here is just this one right here, Zion-Carmel Motel. So here we are, home sweet home for the night. And today was also my birthday, so happy birthday to me. It was a good weekend of riding. I still have today to go though. So I'm headed out, just left the motel, and I am going to take probably the long way home. I could take all highway, well, I could take mostly highway to get home and be back in under 3 hours, but I prefer to avoid the interstate highways as much as possible. So I am taking as many back roads as I can. I'm not sure how long it's going to take because I couldn't get the maps to give me the route I wanted to take, not on highways. When I just selected no highways, it was giving me like a 8-hour route, and I don't think I need to do a full 8-hour route. I can hop on the highway for a short bit to save myself a few hours. So I'll see how long it takes me. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to see also how I'm feeling as I'm riding. Did a lot of riding this weekend. Did almost, right now, just about almost 600 miles so far. And I got a couple of hundred to get home. Just been hitting these little rotaries or roundabouts, and they are slick. I'm taking it a lot slower this time. The last one I just went through, my whole back end just like slid out from under me. Kind of did a little sideways slide. It's just the condition of the road, the heat. It's a little warm out today because I lost my gloves. Back of my hands are like burnt. I put some sunscreen on them. I'm not sure how much it's going to help. I do have a different pair of gloves, but they're just so uncomfortable to wear. But if my hands get any redder on the back, I'm going to have to put them on. gonna have to hop on the highway for about a half an hour. About 30 miles or so. Otherwise, it's a huge detour way around, kind of out of the way. And it is hot in my hands. I'm gonna have to put on these gloves because my hands are burning and the sun's getting stronger. UV rays are gonna be hitting their peak here. With these gloves, they're just, I don't know if I can scuff them up, maybe that will. Give me better grip. The problem is they usually like slip and they're sliding. So you have to grip really tight to the point where it's just uncomfortable. I don't think I'm in first. Nope. Whew. I am thirsty and I am sore. Whew. Well, I needed that quick break. I needed that Gatorade. And I needed to get off the bike for a few minutes.